Welcome to Chase Talks. My name's Chase, broadcasting to you from Pure Heart Valley. Today on Better Late Than Never Reviews, we're going to be talking about Mao Mao Heroes of Pure Heart. Now, Mao Mao Heroes of Pure Heart is one of the newest additions to Cartoon Network's lineup, taking one of the ever so popular 15-minute slots on the network. Thus far, there have been 30 episodes of the show that have aired. Now, I don't know if this encompasses the entire first season. As of right now, there are no new episodes scheduled to air, so I'm going to assume these 30 episodes encompass what would be considered a first season, even though previously there were a large chunk of episodes, then a few week break before they showed another chunk of episodes. So it could be in a month we'll see new episodes of the show. I'm not sure. I'm just going to go ahead and review the first 30 as a chunk, and if there's more episodes, maybe I'll wait till 30 more and I'll review the second 30 as a separate chunk. Now, if you haven't had a chance to see this show yet, you might be asking, what is Mao Mao Heroes of Pure Heart? Well, this show is kind of an action comedy show. It follows the main characters Mao Mao, Badgerclops, and Adorabat as they struggle to protect the Pure Heart Valley from various monsters and pirates. Now, since this show is a comedy, it does have varying level of how actually threatening these villains are. And actually, a lot of the episodes end up coming away with like a little bit deeper tone, which definitely, when I saw the commercials leading up to this show, I didn't really expect that so many of these episodes would kind of have a little bit heavier tones. Like a huge motivation for Mao Mao, probably the center stage character of the show. I mean, the show is named after him, is that he wants his dad to love and respect him. He's got a very successful dad who's a very strong and powerful hero. He's got very successful sisters who are also very strong and powerful heroes, and he just wants to be seen as a legend of their caliber. And throughout the show, you get tones around Mao Mao's character and his development while he's trying to come to terms with these things, and also his own insecurities. But not just his own insecurities, it also goes through the insecurities of Adorabat and Badgerclops, as Adorabat, who is supposed to be kind of a child on the show, is trying to train to become a hero just like Mao Mao. And I definitely think these kind of a little bit deeper, more emotional tones of these episodes, despite it being a comedy and despite it being an action show, really adds extra value to these episodes. I actually really like the topics that they're tackling and the way they tackle them. Like, I remember prominently in one episode when they're fighting the Sky Pirates, which is probably their most common reoccurring villain, where Mao Mao starts to have some sort of daydream where he's looking for his dad and family to accept him. And then while that's happening and he's going through this daydream, the leader of the Sky Pirates steals his flying motorcycle. And the leader of the Sky Pirates says something along the lines of, "While you were whiling in your own family insecurities, I stole your aerocycle." And he's like, "What? How did you know that?" And he said, "I didn't. It was just a lucky guess." So it's just moments like that that just I love. It adds a lot of value to the show, and I really enjoy those like little jabs of humor. And I think they do a really good job at it. And I definitely think moments like that add value to the show, and I really think that it is kind of good subtle jabs and good one-liners, good comedy that I'm actually really enjoying watching the show. Moving forward a little bit to the plot, I don't want to spoil too much the plot of this show, and this show is currently 100% available on demand. You can watch all 30 episodes on demand if you have Comcast. I know it's available as of recording this. That might change by the time you're watching this video, but as of recording this, they are all available, so you can sit down, you can binge through all 30 episodes that are available. It is in 15-minute segments, so you can do that. Just saying that. So I don't want to spoil the plot too much because it is such easy availability. I don't want to go ahead and spoil the plot. But I will say a little bit of the premise. So the premise of the show is that Mao Mao and Badgerclops, while defeating the Sky Pirates for the first time, accidentally break the Ruby Pure Heart. And the Ruby Pure Heart protects Pure Heart Valley. And now that this is broken, Mao Mao, as a hero, feels obligated to become the new protector of Pure Heart Valley. Thus, he becomes Pure Heart Valley's new sheriff, alongside his longtime friend Badgerclops and the new addition, Adorabat. Now, Adorabat is technically introduced in the show before they are, so I guess she's not a new addition, but a new addition to their duo. And as far as these three characters are concerned, Mao Mao is definitely a more hot-headed, arrogant character. He thinks he's awesome and everything he does is amazing and he's great and nobody's as good as he is and he's always right and nobody's as right as he is. And that kind of hot-headed like arrogance, I guess you could say, normally wouldn't be as big of a plus for a character if it didn't wasn't handled as well as it is handled for Mao Mao. I think that from a comedy standpoint and from what I had already talked about with those kind of heavy hitting, like hard emotional points combined with his like arrogance and everything really kind of shows why he's arrogant. He's trying to kind of put up this facade to make it seem like he is some sort of legendary hero that he really wants to be. And I definitely think that's a big plus for his character. So I actually like his character a lot. I also like his design. I mean, he's a cat person wearing armor with a golden sword that glows. Pretty awesome. As far as Badger Clops is concerned, he's a big fat badger that likes to eat with a laser arm and he's really lazy. He's definitely got that "I'm fat, so I make food jokes" trope, but they also kind of make him out to be like, "Oh, like I'm just a gamer that wants to sit and play video games all day. I'm gonna slack off in the rest of my life" trope as well. And he's also got a pretty interesting backstory that I won't ruin just in case you do watch the episodes. As far as Adorabat is concerned, she is a more childish character. Though every character on the show is a little childish, she's the one that seems like it's supposed to be an actual child. She goes to school, though they never really specify her age. They kind of lean towards sometimes that she might be like older than a kid. She's not actually a kid. Then other times they kind of lean in on the fact that she is a kid. So I guess I shouldn't say fact because the show kind of prevents it both ways. Is she actually an adult and then their adults are just short and tiny, so that's why she looks like a kid and acts like a kid because she's just small? Or is she actually a kid that's just a little bit more mature than some of the other kids might be? And she definitely is a goofy character and she wants to be a hero like Mao Mao, which is why she follows him around. I think I've already said that in the video. But as far as the action is concerned, I definitely think this show has some good action sequences. They definitely brush away some of the bosses, right? Where they'll have like a story happening or comedy, and then they'll have like a giant monster that'll be wreaking havoc around the story, and they're kind of playing it off like, ah, whatever, it's just this giant monster is more getting in the way than anything. And then he just like slashes his sword and sends the monster flying with like a single slash. And it's like, yeah, whatever. That monster was nothing. Going back to the story elements. So they do stuff like that, which kind of sucks when that happens. And I do understand that part of it is the need of a 15-minute time slot, so they have to rush through things quickly so they can actually get through the story elements, but it does still kind of suck when that happens. But for the most part, when the action sequences happen, they have good comedy, especially when Badger Clops and Mao Mao do some sort of combo move. Like there's one where they like grab each other's feet and they like roll in a ball. There's like really goofy combo attacks that they do that add a little extra layer of comedy while still not taking away from the action sequences. And it definitely still keeps it enjoyable. I mean, it is a 15-minute segment, so it's not like they could do some Dragon Ball Z 15 episodes fighting the same guy. Though there is some anime influence in this, and I definitely think you can see that with the a little bit on the art style and the combat, especially the way that it like action poses and stuff like that. Definitely has a Japanese kind of anime feel to it, which I definitely think is a plus for me since I do really enjoy anime. So I think this is a good point to give it my better late than ever review of definitely watch it. And there we go. I definitely think you should watch it. Take advantage of it while it is fully available on Comcast and bingeable before it goes away and you have to end up scouring the internet for episodes or just waiting for the episodes to air normally, recording them as they appear. I mean, who knows? It might appear on like Netflix or something in the future. I mean, you never know. But that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below if you've been watching Mao Mao's Heroes of Pure Heart and whether or not you enjoy it and what you think of it overall. And remember to give this video a like and subscribe so you never miss another episode of Chase Talks. And until next time, this is Chase, signing off.